Welcome to Millennium News 24/7 Daily Local News Update. I'm with you, Azrina Brar, and let's begin with our first news update. First news. The nation's top health official said Sunday that a court ruling threatening the availability of a man drug used in medication abortion was not America, and he did not rule out defying the judge's order if necessary. We want the courts to overturn the reckless decision, Xavier Becerra, President Joe Biden's health secretary, told CNN's State of the Union. We want, yes, that women continue to have access to a drug that's proven itself safe. Millions of women have used this drug around the world. Next news. Two former Black Democratic lawmakers who were expelled by Republican colleagues in Tennessee say they want to be reappointed, then elected back to their seats, following their ouster for a protest on the House floor urging the passage of gun control measures in the wake of a deadly school shooting. Nashville's Metro Council is likely to reappoint Justin Jones to the seat during a specially called Monday meeting. The Shelby County Commission plans to announce soon when it will meet to fill the vacancy left by Justin Pearson's expulsion. Likewise, commissioners can reinstall Pearson, who is from Memphis. Next news. Emma Hernandez is defiant even if she fears what may come in the latest stage of the nation's fight over abortion, a widening prohibition to safe and legal ways to end unwanted pregnancies, including access to abortion pills. Competing rulings by two federal judges over the availability of the abortion drug mifepristone are sowing alarm and confusion for Hernandez and countless other Americans who insist that availability must be guaranteed. Others celebrated one judge's ruling that would restrict the access, but acknowledging that battle is far from over. Next news. Los Angeles Unified School District workers have approved a labor deal following a 3-day strike over wages and staffing that halted education for students in one of the nation's largest school systems. The agreement, which was voted on this week, would increase wages by 30% for workers who were paid an average of $25,000 a year, the local 99 chapter of Service Employees International Union said Saturday. It also includes a $1,000 bonus for employees who worked during the COVID-19 pandemic and expanded family health care benefits. A short break from the daily English news of Millennium News 24/7. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the world of Millennium News 24. We bring news, we analyze news, and we make a bridge between you and the eventful world. 24/7 Millennium News 24 team is at your service. Don't miss today's America, Editorial Today, and Global Democracy with host Tofader Noor. You also won't want to miss Todd Goldfinger's show, Goldfinger Music Hour, Noon News with host Todd Goldfinger. And to stay connected with all top and trending news, don't even miss Millennium News Hour with host Tanziba Nouri. Millennium News 24 is available to be watched free for all LED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Millennium TV 24 News, news you need to know.
Welcome to Millennium News 24/7 Daily Local News Update. I'm with you again, Azrina Brar, and let's resume with our news update. The Iowa Attorney General's office has paused its practice of paying for emergency contraception, and, in rare cases, abortions for victims of sexual assault, a move that drew criticism from some victim advocates. Federal regulations and state law require Iowa to pay many of the expenses for sexual assault victims who seek medical help, such as costs of forensic exams and treatment for sexually transmitted infections. Under the previous Attorney General, Democrat Tom Miller, Iowa's Victim Compensation Fund also paid for Plan B, the so-called morning after pill, as well as other treatments to prevent pregnancy. Next news. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said Saturday that he is seeking to pardon a U.S. Army sergeant who was convicted of murder in the 2020 fatal shooting of an armed protester during nationwide protests against police violence and racial injustice. Abbott tweeted that because the state constitution limits him to a pardon only on a recommendation by the State Board of Pardons and Paroles, he is asking the board to recommend a pardon and to expedite his request in order to pardon Daniel Perry. I look forward to approving the board's pardon recommendation as soon as it hits my desk, Abbott wrote. Next news. A Texas judge who sparked a legal firestorm with an unprecedented ruling halting approval of the nation's most common method of abortion is former attorney for a religious liberty group with a long history pushing conservative causes. U.S. District Judge Matthew Kacsmaryk, an appointee of the former President Donald Trump, on Friday ordered a hold on federal approval of mifepristone on a decision that overruled decades of scientific approval. His ruling, which does not take immediate effect, came practically at the same time that U.S. District Judge Thomas O. Rice, an appointee of former President Barack Obama, essentially ordered the opposite in a different case in Washington. The split likely puts the issue on an accelerated path to the U.S. Supreme Court. Next news. Anne Frank, the last living prosecutor from Nuremberg trials who tried Nazis for genocidal war crimes and was among the first outside witnesses to document the atrocities of Nazi labor and concentration camps, has died. He had just turned 103 in March. Frank died Friday evening in Boynton Beach, Florida. According to St. John's University law professor John Barrett, who runs a blog about the Nuremberg trials, the death was confirmed by the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington. Today, the world lost a leader in the quest for justice for victims of genocide and related crimes, the museum tweeted. A short break from the daily English news of Millennium News 24/7. Stay tuned and be back with me, Azrina Brar.
Welcome to the world of Millennium News 24. We bring news, we analyze news, and we make a bridge between you and the eventful world. 24/7 Millennium News 24 team is at your service. Don't miss today's America, Editorial Today, and Global Democracy with host Tofader Noor. You also won't want to miss Todd Goldfinger's show, Goldfinger Music Hour, Noon News with host Todd Goldfinger. And to stay connected with all top and trending news, don't even miss Millennium News Hour with host Tanziba Nouri. Millennium News 24 is available to be watched free for all LED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia, available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Millennium TV 24 News you need to know.
Welcome to Millennium News 24/7 Daily Local News Update. I'm with you again, Azrina Brar, and let's resume with our news update. From dressing as Roman soldiers in Antigua, Guatemala, to carrying palm fronds in the streets of Lagos, Nigeria, Christians around the world are celebrating Holy Week. For millions of Christians, the week between Palm Sunday and Easter, known as Holy Week, is the most sacred time of the year. It's the week Christians commemorate the Passion of Jesus Christ. The week began with Palm Sunday, where Mass at the Vatican was celebrated by Pope Francis in St. Peter's Square the day after he was discharged from the Agostino Gemelli University Hospital in Rome, where the Vatican said he was treated for bronchitis. Next news. A Nevada judge has thrown out a drug trafficking charge against a former Dances with Wolves actor, but upheld a Las Vegas grand jury sweeping indictment on 18 sexual abuse-related felony crimes. In an order issued late Friday afternoon, Clark County District Court Judge Carly Kearney said state prosecutors presented enough evidence for a reasonable grand juror to conclude that the sexual assault occurred, but found that there was no substantive testimony connecting Nathan's chasing horse to these psilocybin mushrooms investigators found while searching his home. Brooks Keepa held steady in the cold air and was potentially spared a big number by the rain-softened grass in Austria National, finishing the third round at the Masters on Sunday morning with a 1/73 to keep a two-shot lead over John Rams. But it's no longer a two-man's race. The final round will not have Tiger Woods in his Sunday red shirt either. Woods never made it back to the course after enduring a miserable mix of cold and rain on Saturday. He withdrew with what he said was a reoccurrence of plantar fasciitis, the second time in his last 3 majors that he made the cut without making it to the finishing line. Next news. The NBA will get what it wanted. Drama to the end the regular season. All 30 teams will play their 82nd game of the season on Sunday with 4 matchups. New Orleans at Minnesota, Utah at Los Angeles Lakers, Golden State at Portland, and Los Angeles Clippers at Phoenix. Set to decide how the Western Conference playoff and play-in bracket will look, there are 16 possible seeding scenarios based on the outcomes of those 4 games. And they will all be starting at 3:30 p.m. Eastern with no game scheduled to play later, meaning it's possible that the final shot of the regular season might be the one that fills out the bracket. This was the daily local news update of Millennium News 24/7. Log in to get the latest news. Our all social networking site Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok is Millennium News 24. Also, our YouTube channel is News Channel M24. Viewers now on both network broadcasting Android and iOS devices, Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, also all smart TV platforms. Please enjoy our entertainment and latest news and views. Our Millennium TV apps, Millennium TV USA Android, Millennium News Google, www.millenniumtv.com. Stay with Millennium News 24. Thank you. And signing off, this is